All right, welcome to Conversations with Carla. And today is the eve of Thanksgiving, and I am so stoked for this blab because I have a friend, someone who I met, I don't even know, 6 years ago maybe at this point, Joanna Barbera, and her music touched my heart the very first time I heard it. And she's in the process of self-releasing her third album, and she's here to talk about the highs, the lows, the ins, the outs of life of a singer-songwriter, and then hopefully she'll play us a little ditty.
Yes.
Hi, welcome.
Hi. Hi, people watching. I've never done this before. I'm a virgin to this online video-ness, but this is cool. Technology, right? Crazy stuff.
Yes, I love having blab virgins on here.
Yeah.
So would you like to do like a little intro, just give people a little bit backstory so they, could get to know you a little bit?
Can you hear me okay? This microphone here. Yeah. Well, I actually met you longer than 6 years ago because I lived in San Francisco 8 years ago. I moved from San Francisco to Austin. So we met a longer time. I think so, right? Was it when I was living there?
Yeah.
So anyway, life is crazy. It just goes really fast. But I was living in San Francisco where I met Carla. I then moved to Austin, Texas. I lived there for 7 years. That's sort of where I really started to get to writing. I recorded 2 albums in Austin, and I live in Nashville now. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do another freaking album, like all on my own with no label, and hope that, it gets to more and more people. All that good stuff. Mm-hmm.
I have some questions for you when we get there. So someone on Periscope was just also was asking what kind of music do you do?
I do folk-esque music. It's my friend told me I should describe it as spooky folk. So I kind of like that genre. It definitely has a more of a kind of, I don't know, moodiness, depthfulness to it. It's not your traditional folk, but it's still me and my guitar and songwriting and all that good stuff. So
yeah, what I love about your music is like you pull me in, like your voice to me is just like magic, like it just sucks me in. But then like the lyrics, like, you're a wordsmith in my opinion. I think most good songwriters are, poets. And you have a beautiful way of describing things, and you also in your music, like you create such an imagery, like the picture, like there's a song on your first album when you talk about, I should have listened to it before this, but the person on the bus, like,
bus stop. Yeah.
That image is like in my head a lot. Like,
oh, wait. Is it is it Drive On when I say I got on the bus today, studied the lady with lines on her face? That one?
Yeah.
I forgot. That's an old album. I forget about that album sometimes.
Yeah.
So
that's the one that I, when I met you and like I listened to it nonstop.
Oh, then we did meet when I wasn't in California. Not that these people care about that, but it was when I was on tour. I remember now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's lots of chats happening. So for some reason the question thing isn't working, and that's really freaking annoying to me. So okay.
Michael's joined. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Welcome. So yeah, so with Blab it's interactive. So it is,
I am. Sorry. Nope. You're not a singer-songwriter, just me.
Hell no. For everybody's sake, I am not. So Michael got the question thing to work. So Kevin, I don't know why that wasn't working for you. That's a little bit wonky.
He said you got to open the seat to use the question tab, by the way, is what Michael is suggesting.
Oh, you mean like if I answer a question? You don't actually, but thank you.
Okay, just kidding.
So hang on 1 second. To find us on Blab, go to blab.im, and then if you click on the tabs that say interview, music, and singer, you should see us. You can also search by Joanna's name or my name, Carla Sean. Yes, blab.im/CarlaChrzan. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to ignore you guys on Periscope. I love you, but I'm going to focus totally on Blab. So I hope you enjoy the show. And just answer this question. No, I am not a singer-songwriter. And we'll go ahead and close that. All right. So I'm going to ask you, some very basic questions, beginner questions. When did you first start playing music?
When I was little, I used to sit on the piano and write songs. My grandmother was a piano player, and I used to write. It's really funny because my first song was like about some boy, probably in like the 5th grade, and I mean, I was all about the tortured heart from like before I even knew what that meant. So. I was writing songs, when he didn't like me. I guess he didn't ask me to the 5th grade dance, and I went home and wrote a little ditty about it. So I was writing when I was younger, but then I took a big hiatus. My confidence level as I got older and hit adolescence, which tends to happen all too often, just kind of, and I didn't do music. I didn't do music again until I was about 19 when I picked up the guitar when I was in college, and that's when I started secretly writing. And then I moved to San Francisco, and I had a boyfriend who might still be watching this, who was a recording engineer, and I sang for him all secretively, and he was like, "Are you crazy? You need to be doing this. Like, why are you not doing this?" So Jamie was his name. He gave me the confidence to like actually consider even putting anything out there to the world. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's my timeline, I guess. Shout out to Jamie. Woo! I'm reading along the side.
Yeah, that's good. I think props are deserved, right? People enter our lives for a lot of different reasons.
Certainly is true.
All right. So you were, gifted at a young age, and then it went away, and then you picked it up again in your late teens. And then how old were you when you did your first album?
I didn't record my first album until I was 28.
Okay.
So late bloomer. I didn't play a song in front of anyone until I played it in front of Jamie when I was about 26. So I was a closet writer in college and not telling anybody about it. So anyway.
And why? Let's talk about that for a minute, because I'm sure there's a handful of people who are watching this and watching the replay that could probably relate to that, right? Like, so
why the hiatus happened?
No. Why did you choose not to play in front of anybody? Like, what was coming up for you?
Oh God. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was a long time ago, but I guess it was just like, I think there was a part of me that just felt like I would just die if they thought that it was bad. And I remember like when I would sing in front of people, I mean, it would probably take me like a half a bottle of wine to do it. And it felt like somebody was just like I couldn't like get the words to come out. I felt constricted. So there was a lot of crap around that, for whatever reason.
Yeah. And then you sung in front of Jamie, and he's like, "Go fly."
Yeah, he worked at a recording studio, and I had decided at 26 that I was gonna start to do my music. I've always wanted to do it, and he worked at a recording studio that I decided to intern at in San Francisco, and I played him a couple of songs, and like I said, he was like, right, and then like he ended up doing some recording for me, and I was able to hear what it sounds like, hearing yourself in headphones and with a good microphone, and it changes everything. And just having somebody like genuinely appreciate it. I know that, it's not the healthiest thing to get validation from someone else, but at that point, like I really needed it, so that was that. And then, we started doing more and more recordings together, and I was letting more and more people hear it. And then I was playing like really cheesy open mics and still like a little mouse with my guitar and whatever. And, and then my father actually had passed away shortly after. And that's when everything sort of like this real drive happened. I moved to Austin. I started, playing out more, recording, put together a band. So that kind of really made me go after it in a way I hadn't before.
Yeah, traumatic experiences will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just want to acknowledge Scott is on here, and I think Scott is the one who was watching us on Periscope.
Oh, hi, Scott.
You need it. I could be lying. Is that true, Scott? Will you let us know on the side if that is true? Anyway,
somebody named French Kiss. Ay ay ay.
Yeah, sometimes we have to keep an eye on stuff.
Oh, okay. Yikes!
You know,
don't put my phone number out there or anything like that.
It's the wild, wild west a little bit. You know, you never know who's going to pop in. Yeah. So
yeah. See,
we're just going to go ahead and
let that one fall to the wayside.
We're just going to block that guy.
We just got a little like, hey, Joanna.
Hey.
We're like, it's not that kind of video, dude. Come on.
Right. That's after hours.
Yeah.
All right. And so let's talk about the trials and tribulations of frickin' doing your own album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What do you want to know?
Yeah. I want to know everything. So you're on your third one, right? And
I am.
I can only imagine what a different world, not only the world is like with technology, but also like your understanding of what has to be done and what doesn't have to be done. Right?
Yeah. Well, what a lot of people will say now, which they've been saying for a while, like my first album, I was just so adamant about doing it all in a studio and as old school and professionally as possible. And now, I mean, it really is true. You can do so much from home and then, deal with certain things in mixing that just everything is just taken a totally different turn. Everyone's got a studio now. Everyone's recording in their bedroom or their basement. So yeah, it is different. It is different now.
And are you recording in your bedroom and in your basement? Like, what are you doing?
I'm not. I prefer to be old school about it. I'm going to be recording. I'm looking up producers. I want somebody to co-produce it with me, which means they'll help me to sort of shape the songs and make sure everything is prepared before we actually get into the studio. And then I will use their studio most likely and record out of there. And yeah, I still like kind of doing it that way, but I have friends who are recording, it all themselves and it sounds great. I don't know how to do that. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that requires a little bit of, I mean, with a Mac, I am definitely not. The fact that I could even be on Blab to me is like, yay, tech savvy, which is just pushing a button, but let alone like recording something and mixing, like.
Sure. I mean, the thing about, like, I did some stuff on GarageBand and I sent it to a friend of mine who is like as vintage gear as it can get and is totally anti Pro Tools or anti anything digital. However, I sent him a couple of recordings that I demoed in my room and he was like, I don't know why you don't just release that. And I was like, what? You're saying that to me? And he was saying that I was capturing a vibe that he hadn't heard me do before. And I thought that was interesting too. It's sort of like there is still a feeling that translates when something is happening live and organically in the moment. So I actually am going to do like a B-side recording in my room with like this microphone and he was onto something. So I'm going to do both. I'm going to like release for this third one. I'll release a studio produced album and then I'm going to have like a B-side and that's going to be coming out separately. But
that's awesome. I got chills when you were saying that, so I'm excited for that.
Cool. That's a good thing.
Okay, what else? Like, what would you say like was the biggest pitfall, or like just the biggest mistake? Your first or second album that you would let people like, don't ever do this. What would you say?
Too many cooks in the kitchen. I had like 3 different people engineer it, different studios, different songs, different opinions. Especially since I was doing it independently, I started off with one engineer producer who I knew from San Francisco, who came out to Austin, and he recorded a handful of the basic tracks. And basic tracks are like bass and drum and just sort of the roots of the song. But then there's a lot of other stuff that happens. Yes, Carnival Beginning was my first album. Somebody just asked, and I just then he had to leave. And then when he left, I was dating the drummer, and the drummer had a studio. So then the drummer and I started, recording the rest of the songs together, and then the musicians would come in and they'd put in their ideas, and then we had another guy engineer. And it just took the album took a year to record, which is crazy town. It does not have to take that long. And I just, what it came down to, and I think this is what it is for most artists, it was just like self-doubt. It was trusting everybody other than myself. And I think that comes from, also, it was my first album. I didn't know any better. So you kind of have to educate. So it is important to educate yourself, but it's just like anything else in life. Like, take it one thing at a time, use your intuition, but also make yourself knowledgeable about things. Don't have too many people working on your record. Pick one person that you trust and just do it, and tell them ahead of time. You need to trust them 100%, and they need to be able to tell you to fuck off when you ask them to change things a million times. Because you're going to be totally indecisive because it's your music. You need somebody who's going to be like, that was a good take, we're done. Right. And you need to be like, okay, yeah. Amen. I got an amen.
So what is that person? Is that like a manager? Is that like this is, just so everybody knows, this is not my avenue. I love music, but I don't know the lingo. I don't know what these people are called. I'm a coach and intuitive healer. So
yeah, which is awesome. Typically it's a producer. I always like to use a producer who is also the engineer. That means that the producer is helping you shape the songs and telling you that they think this should go there or that should go here or whatever, and you should write another verse there. That's the producer's end of it. But then there's if he engineers, that means he's also recording everything. He's setting up the microphones and recording your vocals and your guitar and everything. I like using the same person for both. And therefore, if it's a trusting relationship, they will say things like, you got the take, enough, or it has to be someone who's you also have to trust them enough to, they're going to have ideas that you don't like, it's important for you to be straight. If you really hate something, then yes, of course, call it. It's your album. You need to be happy.
Yeah.
But so many artists, including myself, just start overthinking every fucking little thing. So ahead of time, you just have to tell yourself, I'm going to trust this person at least 2%. You know what I mean? So that, and I have to really mean it. If I really feel 100% that I want it changed, but I can't tell you how many times I would be like, I don't know. Do you like that? Do you think it should be there? All that indecisiveness. And again, I know artists that have taken years to do an album because they can't make a fucking decision on it. So
yeah,
that usually happens when the band is producing the album themselves. That's where it starts just going back and forth and nothing gets done.
So getting a producer that you love and respect, well, maybe not love, but that you definitely respect.
And trust. Yeah. Respect, trust. Yeah. That's my.
Yeah. And who's able to communicate in a way that works for you. Right. I'm assuming, right?
Yes. You're going to want to feel, here's the thing, you could spend $1 million to work with some big time producer, that, maybe will promise you that if you work with he or she, that they will get your name out to millions and you will be famous. And if you feel weird and uncomfortable, it translates, you're making a record, a record of time and space, you're capturing something, and you don't want to be hating the person on the other side of it, telling you what to do or feeling intimidated by them, this is, again, what do I know? But this is what I know for me.
Yeah. Well, this is all about you. This is all about Joanna Blab. So speak your truth, sister. Do you, I feel weird that I don't know this answer, but do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. I'm not very, if anybody wants to be my online guru, person that I could hand this stuff to and be like, make it good. I have not been like, I haven't been awesome about it, but I do. Like, I have a place where I upload videos, but am I like trying to get followers on it and stuff? I just don't think to do that for YouTube for some reason, but I do. And it's The Real Joanna Barbera. Because somebody had my name and nobody has my name.
Damn it.
I honestly think I just made an account by my real name and I messed it up one day and I was like, I don't know how to get back in there, so I need to make another one.
That's awesome. That is probably actually true.
Yes.
Okay, so too many cooks in the kitchen. I almost said in the oven. That would be a very bad day. Too many cooks in the kitchen. So what's one thing that you're doing differently for this album?
Ooh, I'm gonna Instagram us.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
What am I doing different for this album? Hold on, ready?
Yes.
Smile, everybody. Wait, it's just us. I'm such a nerd. Who called me a nerd? Jamie called me a nerd. All right, I'm coming in.
Okay. Look at the camera. The other camera. There you go.
Okay. Oh, that looks crazy. That's weird.
Keeping it real, folks.
I'm on, what is it called? Blab?
Yes.
.im and then what? / who?
My name. CARLA.
And then a slash.
No.
Car.
Yeah. Yep. Carla. CHRZAN. Only one vowel.
CHR.
Z.
Isn't this? I'm like probably ruining viewers. Have probably just fell off the map here because I'm being so lame. Okay. Blab.im/Carla.
Sean. I know.
That's how you say your last name? That is not what that looks like. That's it?
That's it.
That's all of it? Oh, look, I still got the 7 viewers, motherfuckers. All right. What? Okay. I'm done. All right. What did you just ask me? I'm done.
I asked.
Watch live now. All right.
Okay.
I'm done.
That's great. Hey, man, social media. It's good.
Okay.
I promote that.
Hey, you guys who's watching, tell your friends. Come on.
That's right. Tell a little birdie.
I need all the help I can get. I got like 7 people watching me right now. And that's
Thank you, Kevin.
Who's Joanna Barbera? I don't know.
So yeah, left-hand side. You could also tell a friend on Facebook. So someone says they got friends in Nashville, which is awesome. So
cool. Tell your friends I said what's up, and that they should. And he does tech support. You want to do my YouTube page forever?
Forever.
Okay, too many cooks in the kitchen. Let's go back to what you were asking me before I got all social media.
So that was like the main thing that the thing that was like shitty. It's like too many ideas, pull in too many different directions. So get one person that you really get along with, who you guys have similar communication styles. I'm adding that in there as a coach.
Uh-huh.
And so what, I forget this question. What is one thing that you are doing differently besides getting one producer, or another thing you're doing differently?
The biggest thing I'm doing differently is I'm not working with a friend. And not working with a friend means that I'm going to like pay to be in the studio, and we are going to have a definite amount of time that is going to be like 10 to 2 weeks, and the record has to get done. Like that's our time frame, and I haven't done that. Both albums took like a year to make, that last 2. So
yeah.
This is going to be a lot more professional, I guess, in that sense. I'm gonna have to have my shit together, and I'm also gonna have to be decisive and trust the producer.
Yes.
If I want it to get done in that amount of time. So
so I tend to date musicians just because I think they're awesome.
Not a good idea.
Well, hence that I'm single again, so yeah. I might be able to agree with that.
I date musicians too, and I am also now single for the 1,000th time. That's not yet. Anyway.
But my ex, she has been trying to do an album for a very long time, and the part that takes the longest is like the mixing part. Now, is that true, or is that just who you decide to hire?
It's who you decide to hire, and if you're,
Okay.
what you're paying. I mean, somebody who says they're going to mix it, they're going to say, okay, cool, I have the week of, December 12th open. I'll mix it then. It'll take 2 to 3 days, depending on how
Oh.
many songs, and that's, and then they'll send it to you, and you get to be like, I can't hear if they're good. That's true. It might take a week. But if, then they'll send it to you, and of course your indecisive artist ass will be like, oh, I think I want my vocals higher here, and I think I want the drums lowered here, and then they'll, go back and try to please you, and I bet you half the time they don't do anything differently, but they just pretend they do and send it back to you. But yeah, so it's a process, but it shouldn't take like months by any means, and if it does, you're crazy.
So, but this is good. Like if someone wants to do their first album, right? Like what is a general timeline? Like what
well, I mean, it could take, it could take a few months if you are like on your game and doing one thing after the other. It just depends on, like, first of all, like before you get in the studio, like have your songs done as done as they can be. And then if you're using a producer, meet with them, show them the songs, write down what you guys are going to want. Do you want violin? Do you want drums? Do you want bass? Like, do you want it to be stripped down? Have a blueprint before you get in the studio. And then once you do that, you get in there, you follow it, but you're obviously like open and flexible to change because you need to be creative, because that's the whole point. Make sure that you're the best thing to do. Like, I thought it was so great that I was working with friends and that we had this like indefinite amount of time, but like, no, like get in the studio for like a week and get her done and get the fuck out of there, I can't tell you how many times my other friend, Mike, he's a producer as well. He would just be like, just do the fucking record, Joanna. Like, stop overthinking it. I'd be like, it's my art. Now that I'm my third album, I'm just like, whatever. Like, if it sucks, I'll do another one. Like, you think it's like the end of the world if it's not the best thing on the planet. And it's like, dude, like your first album is supposed to suck. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to have its hiccups. Like my first album is the most ADD album in the world. Like 1 second it's country, the next second it sounds like it's this like old school, like cool indie rock, and then the next second it sounds like a Tom Waits song. Like there is no consistency on my first album. Some of the songs came out really good, but it was like the ADHD Joanna album.
Yeah, which I love. Carnival Beginnings is
variety.
Which I never thought of it that way. It was like, it probably just like, because my moods also, like I could be all over. So as I'm listening to the album, it's just like popcorning,
I mean, it's sort of like dating me for a week. It's definitely like a roller coaster. There's like 10 personalities in there. One of them's real sweet. The other one's crazy. The other one's like, kind of what it's like.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay, let's what do we want to talk about next? If you guys have any questions in the seats, post some questions. I mean, I want to ask you a cheesy question, just like your inspiration, or like, because I also know, or I'll say I'll know, like you definitely have a spiritual side. I feel like that you do connect, or you feel energy, or you see the world or experience it in a certain way. Mm-hmm. And so, like, do you feel your lyrics like come through you, like someone else? Like, are you
the muse? Like,
yeah.
That's what's always scared me about like being like, especially like being in Nashville. I feel like so many of these songs are so carefully crafted by people, and my favorite songs are these ones that I'm like, it's like 1 PM. I like, for some reason, have nothing to do for the next 3 hours. I just like grab my guitar. Nobody happens to be home, and it's just whoop, and like ins from somewhere and out. And for me, the songs are like, I always say they're like self-fulfilling prophecies. Like I don't know what they're about or what I'm writing, and then sometimes like months later, like it will almost like come true and make sense, which I think is really interesting. The criticism I've gotten about my songs is that they're not relatable to masses. They're very personal. And I try sometimes to consider writing in a way that not everyone can relate to, but like a slew of people can relate to. But then I think about, the stuff I listen to, like Elliott Smith and, all the people, I mean, and I relate with the type of music I write. And that's sort of the conclusion, the fuck it conclusion I've come to recently, is that like, I relate to it. What's the point of doing art? I'm not doing it to get rich. If I was, I sure as fuck wouldn't be writing the way I do, And
Yeah.
like, there's somebody asking if I write with others. I have started. I've lived in Nashville for a year, and I have started co-writing, and it's cool. And actually, that's not a therapy for me like it is when I write for myself. So I have seen a different personality come out with writing when I write with other people. I haven't done it too often, but it's still like I always somehow manage to find people who want to write these like melancholy folk songs.
Well, I mean, so I have a theory, or something's come to me around that. So one thing is, it's definitely an art, like it's a science in terms of how you write. Like there's so many classes and workshops to take of like how to write a hit song, right? And with I'm just getting a little bit of feedback. With freaking technology nowadays and the internet, it's like, who all does it have to be related? Like, you don't have to get on the charts to be successful anymore.
So I feel like that's the only way. If success is money.
Well, there's people on YouTube, making millions of dollars, like because they have a big following, and then advertisements get on there. So, right. So it's
there is that. I'm curious if there's other songwriters watching what y'all think about that.
Y'all.
Okay, I've lived in the South for 8 years now, so I've graduated. I still have my New York accent, but I say y'all now.
I love it.
My most recent conclusion about what I want to do with my music from this point forward is I just want to get it into the ears of as many people as possible, because I know that music has been so healing for me, and it has been everything to me. I mean, since I was little, and I mean, that was some music were my parents, not my actual parents. Like, Tori Amos was like my mom when I was 14 and was like, what the fuck, why am my boobs growing? I don't understand what's happening. So I started thinking about how, I don't plan on being a hit writer. If it happens, cool. But that's not why I'm doing it. And if anything, what I'd really like to start happening is just get it to the people that it's going to like help in some way or inspire in some way. So my whole new thing for myself is, how can I do that? How can I get the music out there to more and more people? And hopefully it will connect with, and we create a circle together, where we can, support each other in a sense. I can get by doing just music, and I'm actually inspiring people to do what they love, or to heal some part of them that pains them or whatever, so that's success to me. So if any of you want to help me get my shit out there, well, Carla's helping me right now too.
That's right. And you're gonna play here in a minute, hopefully.
Hi, country singer. Hello, music is my therapy too. Yeah, sorry, I'm reading.
I was gonna say, Scott was saying like music is his therapy, which I think it is for a lot of people, to both write and perform and to listen to, right? Like music, it's like, we think about our ages, like, our ages, that's not how you say that, but like when you were 10, like, what song, when it comes on the radio, right? Or it's like, you remember our life in a timeline based on the music we listen to.
Oh yeah. I remember like I said, I've always been like a crazy, like tortured, traumatic soul, even when I was like 10 years old. And I remember like Madonna's Live to Tell. Like,
Yes.
Holy shit, like Live to Tell is a gnarly fucking song. And I was just like, a man can tell 1,000 lies. I've learned my lesson well. That's a fucked up line.
Absolutely.
when you're 10.
Yep.
Oh man.
I could just imagine, I think about this, because a lot of lyrics, especially Prince's lyrics, Right. I remember just like blaring that and singing that. And I could just imagine like an adult walking past, the room of the 8-year-old talking about Little Red Corvette. Exactly. But we're clueless.
No, yeah. When you're younger, you are clueless. It's funny. The stuff we were listening to is pretty amazing.
So
why I'm not going to have kids.
That's why. Okay. So a few people have joined us. I just want to say welcome to all of you. And just a little recap. So Joanna, someone that I have known for, we don't know, 6 or 10 years, somewhere around there. And
some people who are messaging me and asking if they could watch this some other time. So you go ahead. Sorry.
Please. Okay. So she's multitasking, which is great. But the first time I heard her sing, I pretty much got chills and just fell in love with her music and listened to her first album, Carnival Beginnings, like nonstop. Like it's still on my playlist on my iPhone with like Ani and Lauren Shira, who's another person I know. But I would love to do, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if you are willing and desiring and able to play us a little bit, and then we could talk about your new album, and then let people know how the technical side or the marketing side of how you are, how this album is being created. Like you're doing crowdfunding for it. And you did it once in the past.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing a pledge. So, yeah, for all of you watching, I'm just going to have to plug this right now. I'm doing a pledgemusic.com. What is it? / Joanna Barbera. It was in like backslash, but it's not. It's / So, pledgemusic.com / Joanna Barbera. I am doing it independently. So, basically, you pre-order the album and the money goes towards actually making the album. Because albums are expensive to make, which if you don't know that, you need to know that as well. And then my friend Bob just posted it on there. So,
okay,
check
good,
it out.
I couldn't find it. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. Okay, good.
Yeah, check it out if you can and share it. And that would be awesome. This is how we keep independent music going. Otherwise, you're just going to have to listen to the bullshit on the radio for the rest of your life. Wouldn't that suck? Like if you couldn't listen to independent artists.
That would totally suck.
Right? You'd have to hear Stay With Me over and over again.
Torture. So can the review guy 93 says, can I join and sing a song? At the end, I think that would be awesome. I mean, shit, a sing along.
Do that.
Me neither, but we're gonna figure it out. It might be the first blab, but
sorry.
That's okay. So what do you want to play for us?
Well, let me get my guitar. Hang on.
Okay. And for those of you who might be new to Blab, if you do /Q.
Oh, I lost a viewer. Damn it. You guys tell your friends.
Definitely not PG. Yeah. If you do /Q, it lets us know. Yeah, she's very smooth.
My friend Bob is making fun of me.
Hi, Bob. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Bob. All right. I'm going to put my stuff on the guitar, and y'all can post on your Facebook pages right now for
tell a little birdie. So hang on, I'm gonna change.
I lost another one. Damn it. How's that sound?
Pretty.
Well, how about I just do like a chorus or so?
Yeah. Sounds great.
I'm just thinking. All right, I'll do a verse into a chorus. And then hopefully you can hear this okay?
Yep.
Is she out there dizzy from the streets? New York City used to be the place. Now Everybody looks just the same. I'm all out of ways to say her name. Black sky, well, is she gonna wake up? Is she gonna make it? I do my best, but is she gonna wake up? Is she gonna make it? So that's a little bit of that one.
So good.
It's funny to sing it with headphones on when I can't really hear myself.
Oh yeah. What if you took off your headphones?
I have faster ones though too, but you guys want to hear a little bit of another one, or do you want to talk a little more?
Right. Hey, so Tatum, right? Fucking amazing.
Tatum's
Yes.
into it.
Yeah, dude. It was because you rock.
Aw, you're very sweet. You're very sweet.
You're magic.
Totally chills. All right, I'll do a second of another one. It's a slow one too, but it's fine. I think you guys can handle it. Obviously, I got 8 people who also like moody stuff. Hate 'em. I wrote this song in New Orleans where I got locked into a loft, and it was storming, and the lights went out, and New Orleans is already freaky deaky and feels like ghosts are everywhere. So I was locked in there for quite a while and freaking out, and then I finally just wrote this song. So
All
I'll just sing a little bit for you. Can you hear the guitar okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Who you gonna call when the rain comes and you're drowned out with something left to say, and the windows won't close and the wind is spinning out, and the sound drips down the house for the soil to hold. And you've got a friend who wants to talk to you about it. She knows all the colors that you wish would fill the frame. You want me to keep going?
I mean, I do, but I can listen to your voice nonstop, and I do. So
yeah, so that's nice. We could all chat. Maybe I'll do an online. If y'all are digging what you're hearing, message me on Facebook. It's Joanna Barbera on Facebook. You'll see me in the picture, and I would love to do an online concert for y'all at some point. So
yeah, dude.
We can do that.
We could do that on here too sometime. We'll do a concert.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. So one thing that I want to say is, he already found you on Facebook. For your new album, people have a shit ton of options of how they could donate and what they get for you.
It's true. This is
right?
A true story. Yep.
It was a little overwhelming. I was like, wow, which one do I choose? Like, there are so many options. What do I do? But if you like what you're hearing and you don't have her album, any of them, you could go there, and if you buy one, right? If you have one where
they get the old album with the new one, and the money goes to the making of this new album. So that's what's super cool about it.
Yeah, they get your second one, not Carnival Beginnings, right?
Yeah. But I mean, if you really want Carnival Beginning, I'll send you a digital download of it.
Yes, and I'm telling you, get it because it's awesome.
So yeah, pledgemusic.com/Joanna Barbera.
Yeah, let's
That's
put
my
that.
plug.
I'm gonna copy.
Hi, Trenka. No, God, I'm blind. Bob got me again.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
My Facebook URL. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Coming in for the kill here. I can't see you guys anymore now. So it's facebook.com / Joanna Barbera personal. Up close and personal.
Will you copy that and paste it in there?
If I can figure it out, I sure fucking will. Hold on. Down there.
Yeah.
I'm catching a whiff of my own body odor. All right, there we go. I totally already friended you and followed you. Thank you, Tatum. I like your name, by the way.
Oh my God. Tatum I met her not too long ago through Facebook, through a friend, and she rocked. She's the one I was telling you that she was upside down with no sound on our blab. So
awesome.
You guys would really connect. Okay, so let's I really want people to go and support you. So talk about some of the things that they get. Like you're doing house concerts.
Oh yeah. What did I do? I did like handwritten lyrics, house concerts. I just added one where I like cook. If you live in Nashville or Austin, I'll like cook you dinner and like we'll like play music together. Come to Maryland. Well, you can. One of the things you can pledge is anywhere in the USA house show. So Yankee 525. Let's make it happen. I would love to go to Maryland. My roommates are from Maryland, actually. I hustled, added you. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so I have house shows. I just added one where I'm going to cook dinner. I added another one where I'm like, I'll bring the wine. I'll come over and we'll listen to the music together once the album comes out.
Oh, that's fun.
T-shirts, posters. I'll like do whatever cover song I said it has to be 80s. I'll do an 80s cover song for you. And the picture I have in the store is a horrible picture of me from when I was like 12 at the Empire State Building with my parents. It's hilarious. I should actually like pull it up and make you guys see it because it's fucking really funny. Yeah, so it's good stuff. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Meow 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 meow. Ooh, I got all these text messages while I was doing this. So ask me more questions. Does anyone have a question on their Come 51 Club in DC? I will. Message me. Let's book some shows, man. I'm totally into it.
Yeah.
I'm my pledge music thing because I want to show you guys this picture because it's really funny. I'm wearing a Bart Simpson "Who the Hell Are You" shirt too, which makes it even
more nice. So there was someone who wanted to come on and sing. So I'm curious, what song did you want to sing? Like, what were you thinking? Like a Christmas song? I don't even
know how that works.
And
okay, can you guys see this picture of me? Is this gonna work?
Bring it closer to the down. There you go. Hold still right there. Oh, that's awesome. It's a little blurry, but I'm digging the hair and the pants.
Yeah, I have a Fisher-Price camera around my neck. I have stretchy socks on, and I'm really pissed off with the world, and I have a terrible attitude. So you guys need to go on to pledgemusic.com / Joanna Barbera and go laugh at my picture. All right, Scott. Oh, look, all my new friends. Kevin, Tatum, Scott. I'm inviting all of you on here with me. Okay.
Excellent.
Hey, for new friends.
I was trying to see, it was the review guy. Are you still on here, buddy? Review guy? Do you still want to sing or did you hop off? You might have hopped off. Okay. So yeah, what other questions? Anybody watching this in the process of or desiring to do their own album?
Fry, Cameron, Fry.
Exactly. They could be typing. What is
trying to do writing? Okay, cool. Well, just do it. Don't try. Just write. Are you trying to write? What kind of music are you trying to write? Let's see. Anything. Well, okay. Yeah. Just commit to beginning and ending something, and then you get to judge it after it's finished.
Nice.
Most artists are judging it before it even becomes. It's not even beyond a zygote, and and then they judge it, and then it never gets to be born. So, yeah,
absolutely. I had another question for you. Oops, I think I just.
I hope I have an answer.
Let's see. What is your okay? What music do you listen to on a regular basis?
Sorry. I'm trying to read this feed on the side and it's throwing me off. Okay, what kind of music do I listen to on a regular basis? I mean, I listen to a lot of songwriters. I mean, I live in Nashville now. Gillian Welch she lives here, and I like run into her in coffee shops and have a panic attack like every other minute.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. I love like the old ones that who have raised me, or older, Gillian and Patty Griffin. I listen to a lot of new stuff as well, but I always like go back for the classics that sort of raised me musically. So I'm trying to think of like what I'm listening to now. Let's look at my Pandora. I've been listening to a lot of Father John Misty, actually. I really like the I Love You Honey Bear. I'm looking at my Pandora to see what comes on. Let's see what I was last listening to. Skip. Father John Misty. That's what I was listening to last. Yeah. So, oh, you guys want to hear it? It's a good song. I Love You, Honey Bear. Right.
So someone is saying to check out Nashville Bar and Grill.
I saw that. Okay, where is it? I feel like I should know these things.
And where do you perform? Because you do perform there, yeah?
I do. I'm performing at a bar or a club called Foo Bar on December 3rd. Oh, it's next to Opryland. So December 3rd, I'll be performing. I just played a show last night at the Basement. I'm still new to town. I've only been here for about a year, so I'm still figuring out where to play and all that stuff. But
are you traveling at all and playing? Are you just? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth to Austin quite a bit to kind of keep the name alive and the fans fresh and all that stuff.
Happy.
Oops. So, yeah. But what now? I would like to start touring more. That was one of the reasons why I moved to Nashville, because I'm so much closer to other things than when I was in Austin. So it's I really do want to come play your town. So message me and let's talk about it for sure.
And on your website, how do you let people know when and where you're performing?
Usually like I'll do an invite via Facebook. I'll put it on my website under shows. I'll send out a newsletter. I need to start getting people's damn emails and start an email list. That's something my manager has given me a whole lot of shit about that I have not been good at. So, send me your emails. We'll talk about it.
I can help you with that too.
Actually, I'll get your email when you guys decide to be amazing and pledge. So I could record my new album. I'll get your email address and I can tell you.
Do it. It's the holiday season, right?
It is presents.
So let's poke that bear of like when you're in the gift of giving, give to Joanna. So we could get the best gift, which is the album, right? So it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
It's kind of like an STD. I'm just kidding.
Sorry. Kevin wants to join this call.
What does that mean?
Kevin wants to jump in. And do you know Kevin? Is Kevin one of your peoples? Is that? Do you know?
She's laughing. I hope she's like, "They just make her cry."
Kevin, probably.
Kevin, do I know you personally? I don't think I do.
Okay, Kevin. Just so you know, this is being recorded. And go ahead and click on and
It's crazy. I'm like a little bit scared. We don't know anything about this person.
We don't know. I know, but we could always kick him out. But I don't think so. I think he's going to be awesome.
Hello, guys. Hey, Joanne. I actually know you right now. Well, I actually wow, I got a lot of notifications. That's how I am. So I'm a music promoter. I also I just added you to a disabled group. So I'll
I saw that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm here for supporting your music. I'm supporting all different types of songwriters. And I heard your first album, the first track, it was good. So I'm probably gonna listen to the rest of it. And then when your new album comes out on Apple Music, I would definitely get that. as
Okay.
well, because I'm a big supporter of getting a lot of music and listening to all of it. And what else? I
have a question for you. Tell me about this disabled, what you do for music.
Okay, basically, I like to spread the message through music that people have many different challenges. Like I am visually impaired, and I do a lot of music at our music school. I play drums, I sing chorus, I do dance, I do a lot of music tech to support because I want to spread the message through music. And with these songwriters popping up onto Blab, it gets me very comfortable, and I feel very comfortable at home.
Okay.
You know?
Well, cool. Well, I'm glad you're spreading the good word of music. I'm glad
Yeah,
we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, did you actually join the group? Because I added you.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I will look. I probably have not because I have not been on yet.
busy.
But I just saw it pop up. But cool. We
Yeah,
love you, and we're so glad that you joined. And we'll see you.
Both of you guys follow me back on Twitter.
We will do.
Thank you, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin. I'll follow him.
All right.
Do other people want to say things?
The seat's open, guys.
Yeah, open seat. Open seating. This is funny. I want to open my seat. I just gotta
that is recorded, folks.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's continue.
Really want me to? If you really want to come on, if you have a question, if you have anything you feel like you could contribute or that we could contribute to you.
Yeah, I have. This is what my rule is that you have to have a really good question to hop in the seat.
Okay. All right.
Can that be my rule?
Hell's yeah, it's your show. Well, yeah, you're the guest.
It's your show.
It's my show, but you're the guest, so we can.
I don't make promises. Scanley Key 25. Anyway, well,
you don't pick me up.
Let's continue.
Okay. I want you to play another song. Is that selfish?
No, I'm gonna play you guys a new one. Unless you want me to play an old one.
Well, you play whatever you're feeling pulled because the energy has to be there.
Okay. Whoa. Can you hear that?
Yes.
I'm taking off one headphone.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's Foobar, Foober, not Foobar, like fucked up beyond repair. Well, I heard it on the TV and the radio. I grabbed my keys to the car and I pulled out slow. I took a ride. Yeah, I rolled down the windows, let the hot air in. And when the song was over, I just played it again and again and again and again. It's no surprise. I told you I loved you and I was willing to try. So I drove all night. So this is going on the new album, if you like it. When I got to the party that was held in your name, I made my way through the kitchen and I saw your face. You look the same. You're still the same. You're still the same way. We took a walk to the river and we had a few laughs. We drank a lot of wine. We rolled away to the grass and that was that. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, that was that. And it's no surprise. You wanna love me, but you don't wanna try. Just for tonight. Yeah, I will stay here. Yeah, I will stay here. Oh, let me stay. You look in my eyes Well, I'm gonna love you even though it ain't right. Just for tonight. Oh, just for tonight. Just for tonight. When the sun came up, you finally closed your eyes. It was a Sunday morning at the end of July. I kissed your face. It was the last time I saw your face. It was the last time I miss your face. But it's the last time.
Whew,
That was a whole one, guys.
that was amazing. I love the line. I mean, I loved a lot of the lines, but you want to love me, but you don't want to try.
Yeah, anyone ever had that?
Like you said that, I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna go on that new record if you guys, want to be awesome.
I don't think I'm on mute.
And no, it's not about one night stand. Well, it's about someone who I cared for very deeply, actually. You are not on mute. What do you mean he's not on mute?
Tatum said I was on mute. Yeah, you muted me, Tatum. That's funny. I'll be nice.
Yes, I was just gonna say no meanies or you're out of here.
Exactly.
It's called No Surprise right now, is what it's called. Is the name of that song.
It's great. So do you know the songs that are going to be on this new album? Like, do you already have that all planned out?
I do. Well, I'm thinking about making it an EP for the ones that I'm going to put on the produced album. And then I have
I don't know what that means.
B-side. So produced is going to be like the full band album. And then I'm going to do that B-side one, which are going to be that home recordings in my room. So essentially it's going to be like 2 albums. It's going to be like the acoustic B-side, but then there's going to be the production.
Oh my God.
People are posting on my timeline.
I am so excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Are you having someone play the violin?
Yes, my roommate who is totally sleeping and listening to me. I told her I was going to be doing this, but yeah, she's awesome. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which is also I think just Joanna Barbera on Instagram, I just posted a video of my violin player and I practicing. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you did. Practicing together yesterday, so that was cool. Yeah, we could be friends on the Insta. Let's see.
Let's social media it up.
I know it's like I'm like social head exploding with the social media.
And then I want to put the link here again. So go and
have any of you guys looked at it yet? I guess you want to watch this. I have a really funny video that I did for it though. So when we're done, watch it and tell me how much of a nerd I am.
Yeah. Oh, hey, hi. That one, like you start off, right? Like you're drinking something.
Hey, I didn't see you there.
Hey. Yeah. You're a big nerd, which is why we love you.
I'm a nerd, a big old dork.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I think this. Do you have anything else that you want to?
I guess I didn't really give you like a step-by-step of me recording an album. But the funny thing is, Carla, and I don't even know if I mentioned this to you, I am actually planning on blogging like a step-by-step process of making your album for people like that maybe aren't necessarily trying to be a musician for a living or for a career. But, I've met so many people that have songs and they just want to get them down somewhere and they just don't know what the hell to do. And maybe they have some money and they actually want, can afford to record it, but they're not doing it because they just don't even know how to start. So I am going to start blogging, and, the best way to hear about that is to find me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and I'll be doing like a step-by-step process, maybe weekly or whatever, bi-weekly, but of my process as I do this album and what I've learned, what I've the mistakes not to make and the things to do and all that stuff. So yeah, let's
great.
Be friends. Yeah.
Yes. Find her, Facebook, Instagram seems like the two that you're really, you're hot on. Yeah. That you actually use. Mm-hmm.
Facebook. Yes.
Yeah.
Facebook. Sorry. I was reading something.
Instagram.
Yes. Facebook is a good one. Instagram is great. I love Instagram. So that's a good one. And then, just message me, say what's up. I'm accessible, that's for sure, as far as like communication and stuff like that. So
right now, but you're going to be.
Yeah. So ask me questions while you can.
Absolutely. Well,
I'm wondering how many people are watching that are just like my friends, my actual friends. Text me if you're watching. I want to know.
Well, the cool thing is I also want to give a shout out to the replay viewers. Thank you for watching and listening to Joanna, and thank you for buying her albums and supporting her, because I know you will once you hear her voice. And Joanna, thank you so much for taking time out. I know you do have a very busy schedule. You were just at an appointment before this, and so so thank you.
Teaching kids guitar. Can you believe that shit?
I love it. That is so sweet, though. Come on.
Yeah, I just started doing that.
How many of them have fell in love with you?
Well, there's one that called me tonight to come over and tune his guitar for him. I was like, buddy, I don't know if you can do that. Did your mom know you're calling me from her cell phone?
That's funny.
He's 9, and he asked me the last time I gave him a lesson. He asked if he could come over to my house someday. I was like, no.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much for taking time out, and I hope everybody loved this as much as I did, and
fun.
Much success to you. And let's freaking do
a concert,
a Blab concert.
Yeah, we'll do like a 20-minute like chill, quick hang, music, questions, all that good stuff.
Totally. So people grab their wine, have some wine, and like have a big.
That's also one of my pledge music things. I will be so happy if like one of you actually goes on the pledge. Hit me up on Facebook around the places in Maryland. I will hit you. Well, you guys, thanks for watching. This has been fun. And Carla, thank you for having me as well.
Oh, it's an honor. Thank you so much. So I'm going to end the recording. So Thank you, everybody. And again, follow her, Joanna Barbera. Follow me, Carla Sean. And I will talk to you guys later.